Milton, which exploded into a Category 5 storm yesterday on its way to Florida. And here's a reminder, that is as strong as they come. Millions are evacuating, and they don't have much time. The storm is expected to make landfall on the state's west coast late tomorrow. Meteorologist Stephanie Abrams with our partners at the Weather Channel is tracking this storm. Steph, good morning.
Nate, good morning. The National Hurricane Center is warning that destructive storm surge will occur along parts of the west coast of Florida tomorrow, and that's where we find our storm surge warnings. They stretch from the Everglades to Cedar Key, but also notice a potential for surge on the east coast of Florida, as well as Georgia and South Carolina. You will see a water rise outside the cone, but the highest is expected around Tampa and Sarasota. So let's have a closer look into Tampa Bay, where we could see a record-crushing surge over 9 feet. And I can use this simulation to show you what the storm surge will look like in Tampa. At 3 feet above normally dry ground, water is already life-threatening, and it's too late to evacuate. Water this high could knock you off your feet and also float cars, making driving impossible. The first floor of homes and businesses are flooded. Unfortunately, the water is expected to rise higher. At 6 feet, it's above the height of most people. Vehicles get carried away and structures start to fail. Look at this. Anything could be in this water. I'm talking sharp glass, dangerous objects, or even chemicals. The scary part is that some areas could see surge values at 10 to 15 feet. Look what happens at 9 feet. The first floor structures are completely flooded. There are few places that are safe when water rises this high. Nate, we want everyone to know if they are in an evacuation zone, listen to local officials, and leave when ordered to do so.
Forecasters warned of potentially life-threatening storm surges as high as 15 feet, compounding the danger debris from Helene that still litters the state, which could pose a hazard when floodwaters and high winds return.
We do not have to have any loss of life as a result of this storm, because all you need to do is go to higher ground.
Some have taken those warnings to heart, with heavy traffic out of the Tampa Bay area. But at Tampa General Hospital, the region's only level 1 trauma center, many patients are too unwell to be evacuated. The hospital has erected a removable watertight flood wall around its exterior to keep the storm surge at bay. It served the hospital well when Helene's 7-foot surge slammed the area, but there are still concerns as Milton approaches.
If we had a 12-foot surge, does that change anything on how this performs? It shouldn't, but we don't know that yet.
Tampa International Airport is set to shut down operations this morning. We spoke to a family that was headed to California for a wedding, but just missed their flight, and now they're stranded.
I'm just thinking about how we had all these great intentions and now they've been substituted by survival.